So I want to continue the conversation that I had around this topic of trust with the masculine from the feminine, from women. So there is this desire, it seems, for women to want to have the trust in men to feel safe to be able to express the full range of their emotionality. The thing is, controversial statement, if a woman was able to fully hold her own emotionality, then there wouldn't be the necessity for the men to be able to hold it for them. It gets more nuanced than this, so bear with me. There's a difference between needing a man to hold your emotionality because you're incapable of holding it yourself, and wanting a man to hold your emotionality because you need support through a challenging moment, through a challenging experience. And therein, I feel, lies the challenge and lies the invitation for the bridge to be gapped. It is completely okay to want someone to hold your emotionality through a challenging experience, through a challenging moment. Needing someone to hold it because you're incapable of holding it is a completely different story. It's a handing over of power. It's a handing over of power because compared to wanting someone to hold your emotionality, it's an offering. It's not a handing over of power because you're saying, I know that I'm capable of holding this myself, and I'm asking you to support me in it so that I don't have to fully hold myself through this experience, that I feel supported. That's very different from saying, I need you to hold me in this because I'm incapable of holding it myself. And regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, having that emotional dependency on someone else is one, it's a handing over of power, it's a lack of sovereignty, but also, in a sense, I'm going to say it's an irresponsibility. Your emotions are your responsibility and no one else's. Asking someone to hold space for you is very different from handing over responsibility because of an inability to hold it yourself. And so what I feel we're being invited towards is, women, I understand this desire to be able to trust men to hold your full emotional expression. I get it. Because ultimately I think men are also seeking the same thing, especially as women are a lot more emotionally adept at the moment, it seems. That, as the gender able to hold emotion more, as men learn to embrace emotionality, the side of the coin that they've been discouraged from experiencing, there is perhaps a need and a desire and an ask that women who have been more capable create the space for men to learn to hold their own emotionality so that they can then be capable of holding the feminine in theirs when they choose to offer it up to the men. And so this is the ask, is don't ask someone to hold an emotion you're unable to hold yourself, because it's unfair. It's disempowering to yourself, and it's irresponsible. And if you're wanting someone to hold your emotionality, one, being able to hold it yourself is important, and two, knowing that they feel safe to hold it themselves is also important. So things to think about there, things to chew a little bit more, and I'm going to be returning to this a lot more.